Slangin The Bizkit, episode 37. We are back, joined with Pat Shea, 2 weeks in a row. That's exciting. We got a guest today that needs absolutely no introduction. I am beyond excited to have him here. I'm beyond excited to share this conversation with Pat as well. Big welcome to the Slangin The Bizkit program and Mr. Universe, Ilya Bryzgalov. How you doing, brother?
Hey, how you doing, guys? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, dude, we're excited to have you. Little side note for a little behind the scenes for the podcast listeners. Pat actually didn't have an SD card. So in the last 10 minutes, he ran to Walgreens, picked up an SD card, came back. We're ready to go for the podcast. That's commitment right there. We like that kind of stuff.
Hey, huge shout out to Walgreens.
This is already first commercial, huh?
Yes, this is a sponsor for Walgreens. We'll make sure we send them an invoice later.
Yeah, we're sponsored by Walgreens now.
In our early conversation, you said, no, we're not doing this for money. And right away, starting the podcast, you just boom, Walgreens.
Sneak in, little Walgreens ad.
Yeah, use the promo code BISKIT for Walgreens in your medication orders.
Yep, they got good toothbrushes there at Walgreens.
Yeah. Do they sell shingles and stuff too? Aren't they like a home renovation store too? Walgreens or no?
Yeah. They have a little bit of everything, apparently.
Yeah.
Including SD cards.
Most important, they have a lot of coupons.
Oh, yeah. Deals, bargains.
What kind of shopper are you, Ilya? Like, where do you like to shop? Like groceries, pharmacy, home improvement, all that kind of stuff. What's your go-to places of choice?
I hate shopping. But food, grocery, yes. I like good quality food. I would say like a high scale, and that's why when you pick the whatever it's gonna be meat or fish or apples, whatever, any fruits and vegetables. You want to see that product on your own. That touch it. Look from the one side to another. How fresh. But rest of the shopping for me, for example, like clothes, jewelry, and maybe something else. This is just a torture. It's just I can just maybe hanging out in the mall for the 15 minutes, and after that I'm just losing interest. Absolutely.
So are we talking about let's say you and your wife go shopping for jewelry or something like that, or we're talking about you actually going and shopping for jewelry yourself?
No, with my wife, of course, with my wife. Yes. And it is, any shopping for me is a torture, except when I said about the food.
I relate. I lose interest 4 minutes in, and I'm like, all right, get me out of here. Go online, have someone do it for me. They should get an app going for that or something.
Yeah, there's two types of shoppers out there. You have the person that can go with, let's say, your wife or significant other, and it's just disciple of God, just patient, can be there for 4 hours. Honey, you look great. Yeah, like that. Don't like that. And then you have the guys Ilya or Pat or myself, where it's all right, can we get going now? It's already been about 8 minutes. I'm looking to move on to the Lowe's or the Home Depot or something. I don't really want to do jewelry shopping on a Saturday.
No, I don't like the shop even the Home Depot either, guys. Don't get me wrong. Any shopping, it's a punishment for me.
So what do you do for personal enjoyment? Pat and I were talking about this before we started recording. You've been retired for a little bit now. Obviously, you got a little bit more free time on your hands than you would have had when you're playing. What are some things that you love doing to keep yourself busy and keep yourself passionate these days?
Basically, I'm still involved in the kids' hockey. I coach my son. I try to spend all my time with my family most of the time, with my daughter, with my older son, and my wife, and my younger son, he's 9 months old right now, and he asking lots of attention. That's why, and I'm happy with my life. I'm still involved in the hockey a little bit on the kids level because my son playing, obviously. But that's enough for me right now.
So you become more of like a stay-at-home dad kind of setup for now.
Yeah, but I have my hobbies, interests too. Like for example, right now, if you interested in Formula One, you see what's going on out there. One race to one race.
NASCAR?
No, Formula One. Who cares about NASCAR? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was gonna give you shit. I'm like, you care about NASCAR? But no, Formula One. Yeah, yeah, obviously.
One race remaining, and then they like two pilots equal in points. It's gonna be last race to decide who's gonna be world champion. It's a quiet season. Lots of dirty tricks, lots of dirty words was being thrown to each other. But it's amazing. What else? I have something to do.
So you watch a lot of Formula One though nowadays, yeah? Like, so do you watch that over like sports? Do you watch a lot of modern NHL games and stuff? Do you keep up with it?
My son, he invited me for the game. Who they play? Like they play against Carolina.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't miss at all, but it was obviously after the kids level, you're watching the pros level. You're like, oh my God, how they pass the puck, how they shoot, how they skate. It's enjoyable to watch, but I'm not miss at all. And that was a poor performance from Flyers. The last 3-6, that was like hopeless. It just,
tough outing.
They hit the rough patch right now. For Flyers, I hope they're gonna do well. They're gonna find a way to get out of this slump. They fired the coach today.
Yeah, what do you can we ask your thoughts on that?
If they did the right decision or not,
yeah,
I have no idea. I never worked with him, but yesterday I saw his like press conference a little bit. Like when he talked to reporters, and he looked a little bit lost. Like he had like no. He looked like he had no answer, and not even close to how turn this thing around. You can see clearly he's like, classic. We all have to be better. That's it. But it was, you can see it in the eyes. There is no plan. That's why I was not surprised he was fired today. Because FILA organization itself, they have little patience. They demand the management, whatever, probably owners of the team. They demand the result.
Not to change the topic too quickly, but speaking of turning around, I'd be reluctant to ask like your take on the universe, right? Pat and I were talking a little bit about before the podcast, and your boy Vlad said that still to this day you absolutely love space, planets, the universe, whatnot. Like my favorite planet's Saturn. Ever since I was a kid, I always loved the rings and still do. But I'm curious on your take on the whole Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk trying to go to Mars, like actually taking life to outer space. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I think it's for what purpose? It's like a one-way ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Would I don't know. Like, would you like? We already have like a lot of struggles here. This is just going to bring the struggle to another level for the humanity. You know what I mean? This rock is dead. I think it's just like a good scam. Sell their dream for the billions of dollars. Suck the money out of the rich people. This guy is just doing the good job. But I don't think so. It's a great idea. What purpose? Yeah, this rock is dead.
Uh-huh. So So you're not interested. You would never. You're not going to Mars. You're not hopping on the board with that.
No.
I feel that.
On our way to the Mars, it can happen whatever. Like,
Yeah.
many things you can die in a space, and when you get there, you have to survive not every day, every second, because it's a
Yeah.
radiation, cold, it's a freezing temperature, it's shortage of the supplies and everything. It's not like you call the plumber and say like, okay, come over here and fix it something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
a good point.
You're gonna be like, short group, or I don't know, 5-6 people. Also different gravitations. At Mars, it's much lighter. Like how it's a long travel. There's a shortage of the water, food, and everything. If it's something getting wrong, it's just, guys. It's what's the point? And you always have to live in this, like special suit. It's a pain in the butt for your millions and millions of dollars you invested. Why you need this? Instead of build a yacht, go to the Mediterranean Sea and enjoy it. You have so much money.
Yeah, it's not like you can just take a weekend trip. You can't take a weekend trip to Mars. It's a permanent thing.
They will tell you, yes, it's gonna be. That's what we have in the future plans, but when it's gonna be, like,
I was curious too. There's some big news that's been going around the world lately, and I don't know if you've seen it or not, but Jupiter and the red spot on Jupiter, they're saying it's going to go away within about 200 years. That's what they're estimating right now. You got a thought on that?
No, I didn't hear that information. So what? What's gonna? It's disappeared. Okay, that means storm has come. Like, what a news!
It was all over my YouTube homepage the other day. I logged on. I was like, breaking news: scientists predict that in 200 years the red spot will be gone. Like the biggest, storm in the solar system is going to be off Jupiter.
I thought you're gonna say like something like big news all over, like all over the world right now. Like a Biden not falling asleep in the meeting, like something like that.
Oh man, we don't talk about any politics on the show for obvious reasons, but
we ain't talk. We're just joking.
Yeah. But I think the funniest thing that I ever saw about on that front was like right after Joe came in the office and whatever, and they pulled out of Afghanistan. I saw some comment on Instagram. They're trying to call him "Bombs Away Biden." I thought that was the funniest nickname I'd seen for Joe out there.
Yeah, okay, no, I still like the space universe. I just waiting right now when they launch the new telescope, James Webb, and we got some more information, more pictures, more powerful. Like it's very interesting. It's what's going on out there processes. All this physics. What they opened the new particles, like it's amazing. We're getting further and further to understand what we're made of. It's obviously we're made of because of the evolution, like that of the stars and etc. etc. But this is still amazing, like this is personally what I'm waiting right now in the distant future when they launch the new James Webb telescope for me.
So do you own a telescope?
Pardon me?
Do you own a telescope, like a personal telescope that you own, or no?
Yes, I do have it at home, but it's too much pollution here in a big city. If you want to see something, you gotta take the telescope and go in somewhere where it's like not so much light. Because like especially Philadelphia, like 10 minutes away from me, you can see anything. Too much light pollution. Cool. You can see the skies clearly, and also beside that, atmosphere, our atmosphere was blocking the clear view too, and I don't have a telescope like yes, we have like somewhere in the Maui Mountains, or like a Hubble, or it's like it will be James Webb. That's why you need like a cool, really, really clear sky. Where is it really, really dark?
Okay, and your telescope, if you don't mind me asking, what would one of those run you? Like, what's the cost on a decent telescope these days?
I don't know. There was a gift from my wife a long time ago. I don't even remember the price.
Okay. So I might have to put that on my Amazon wish list for Christmas for my dad. Dad, I want a telescope. Get it shipped over here in Norway, please.
Yeah.
You will be amazed, when you find those like planets, and you can able to see, some. It's just it's fascinating. It's fascinating.
Absolutely.
It's such a gorgeous planet, like it's amazing.
I gotta ask, what's your favorite planet? Like everybody's got to have that one planet. Like what's yours?
Probably it's been kicked out of the planet, out of solar system. It's like Pluto. Damn, man. This like professors like they bullied that planet. There used to was a planet, and right now not. They kick it out. Like I will cheer for for Pluto. But actually, black hole. My favorite object.
Have you seen a
picture? Yes, I saw it.
Pictures?
Yeah. It's amazing how much power out there.
Yeah.
Pure gravity. It's suck at everything,
It's freaky. When you start thinking deeply into all like out there and how we're so like how much more is out there, I start getting like nervous in my head. It's kind of freaky. It's wild out there.
If you start thinking, yes, the sizes. It's amazing. It's amazing, and it's very it's very interesting to have in the conversation when the people think we're so special, and we was here to bring some purpose to the universe, or just we're here for something big. But in my opinion, we're just a process of the evolution, and in the near future our species will be dying like every other species before us, like dinosaurs, and way before something before them.
Are you a big dinosaur guy? Are you big into dinosaurs?
No. I like one guy, T-Rex.
Good T-Rex.
No, it's a big guy, short hands,
Yeah.
Actually, funny you mentioned that. There's rumors going around that Pat actually has a lot in common with the T-Rex. He's a very hard time getting those T-Rex arms into his pockets to pull out his wallet sometimes, I heard.
I have very long arms, Travis. You heard wrong. I have long limbs all over, especially the third leg.
Oh, yeah, because that's pulling out the wallet, when it comes to paying for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get my visa. Oh, you ever seen the Family Guy cutaway about that or no?
Maybe not. No.
Ilya, I don't know if you've seen this one or not, but there's a Family Guy cutaway where Peter says, this is almost as painful as, trying to go out to dinner with a T-Rex. And, the T-Rex is like, oh, I had a lovely time, Peter. This was amazing. Waiter, can I get the bill? And they bring him the bill, and he's trying to reach into his wallet. He's like, Peter, can you get this one if you don't mind again? He can't pay for dinner, so.
Yeah, that's good.
There's some commercial familiar with that, something like that. During the Super Bowl, I guess there was something like that. Oh, you're watching football, guys?
Yeah. I don't know if you ever heard of it or not, but the CFL, the Canadian Football League.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, the Blue Bombers are going back to the Grey Cup. They won last night, and then NFL-wise, you're either going to hang up on the podcast, we're going to stop right now, or we're going to really bond over this. But I really love Tom Brady. I'm a big Brady guy. What do you think about that? Uh-oh.
How's this
Oh,
make
no.
you feel?
No, like I'm not a big fan, but
Okay.
I'm not watching football much, but with the teams, like we have a team party, like or every year you gotta watch the Super Bowl, and right now it's still every Super Bowl we're watching. It's because kind of American tradition, and we respect it, and we join it, and we embrace it. But against the all odds, these guys pull something, like he pulls something magically out of his pocket. Like I think he's a good, like, yeah, he's the greatest football player ever played. I don't think so somebody was better than him.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to argue.
He's just, yes, like, it's just some games you're watching, like, just give him an open guy. It's it. Like, yeah, you're like one of these athletes, you can't, even you hate him because he beat your team so many times, you gotta accept it. He's the great one.
Oh yeah, big Brady
I
guys
mean,
here.
yeah. We're 2-on-1 here as far as Brady fans. He's got the Super Bowls. He's got the good looks. He's got the amazing supportive wife. Like she's always doing something. Like she's just an amazing woman. It seems like he has in Giselle, and then he's got the family. And he's got the jawline. And I should probably stop before we get too carried. I know. I don't have much.
Settle
of a
yourself,
you see,
Travis.
Sorry, I got to dial it back there from a 10 to about a 6 there, but
There you go.
yeah, I think the one part that blows my mind the most about just Tom Brady or just athletes in general that are elite, and obviously like Ilya, you know a lot about this, or a lot more than I wouldn't, and even Pat, but just like to like be able to get to a level like that and then dominate and win. Like so many people don't understand like as you progress levels in sports, not even just hockey or just in life in general, like how hard it is to dominate it at a level like that at any level. It's just I find it so amazing to watch like what Tom Brady does just on a year in year out basis. And he gets better with age. He's like a fine wine.
Yeah, what do you want?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I think this just turned into the Tom Brady fanboy podcast.
Absolutely. Should we? Do you want to continue, Trav? Do you want to continue talking about universe stuff? Or you want to go into hockey a bit?
Yeah, I was thinking. So Ilya, one thing we've had a lot of success with on bringing on people is viewer submitted Q&As and questions. Like Pat and I are lucky enough where we get to talk to you, but asking the questions that the people listening want to ask, I think is even better. Are you up for a viewer submitted Q&A? Because we got some really good ones here today.
Who one of you in Norwegian right now? Norway right now?
I'm in Norway. Pat's in Maine.
Maine Nordiques?
No, I'm playing for the Maine Mariners in the East Coast, ECHL.
This is the main, like, it's New Hampshire, near New Hampshire, right? Where's the main Nordiques playing? Okay.
Yeah.
Just somewhere over there. Okay, guys. Sorry.
No,
Norway.
that's
What
okay.
do you do now there? How much is gas right now in Norway?
Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna talk economics for a second. Gas in Norway is
Americans, if you're complaining right now, this is the information for you. Okay. And gas for the gallon is?
okay. Gas for the gallon in Norway, I believe, is 17 crowns a liter. However, don't get too excited about that. The price in Sweden is even worse. The price is 19 point something crowns. And I know that may not seem like a lot because people think that, crowns aren't worth much. To convert it for you, it's basically about $3 Canadian for a liter or $9 US for a gallon.
That's some good. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. Like every time I fill up gas in Sweden, like my wallet, like when I put the card in, it says accepted. You hear my card cry when I pull it out. Like it is a painful experience.
Well, and then we don't seem too bad now having like the 350 right now here.
Yeah. $9 a gallon.
That's
US.
brutal, dude.
$3 a liter.
Let's make sure, like our American viewers and like our Canadian viewers doesn't feel too bad. before the Christmas. There was a people somewhere who paid much more for the gas.
Oh yeah, we have it.
You
We have
know
it pretty
what?
good.
This holiday season, I think the best gift somebody could get somebody's just like a jerry can of gas.
Gas.
Just wrap it up under the tree and hope that Grandpa Joe doesn't like throw a dart over there by the tree and just light it up in flames.
It's like the best gift. It's really heartfelt now. You should get someone gas.
Just a huge jerry can of gas. On a slight side note, Ilya, so like I play in Sweden. I got offered a pro tryout offer here in Norway with a team in Division 1. And so I'm here in Hogston on the West Coast. But before I came here, people were messaging me left and right because I put a little Instagram story. I was asking, hey, do you have any advice for tips, good places to eat, groceries, etc. And the most common response I got back was, cheap and Norway do not go together. Like, good luck. And I thought, okay, well that it can't be that expensive. I know it's expensive, but it can't be that expensive. So the team media guy picked me up last night from the airport. We went to dinner. Got like a little like pasta dish about like this big. For the video version of the podcast, you're seeing about this big. A salad I got a little bit bigger than that. So his pasta, my salad, $60 for dinner. I'm not kidding. Just for the pasta and the salad. I couldn't believe it. No tip, no taxes, just $60 for a salad and pasta.
That's a steep price.
Yeah, so like it was in crowns, right? So like I didn't immediately figure out the regular price. I kind of do like the math in my head. I came home, I checked my bank statement. I was like, oh, wow, I guess I'm going to be starving all week.
Wow.
It's going to be tough.
Good old Norway.
But like you have a good sponsor right now.
Let's talk about it for a second, okay? Gentlemen, listen up here, okay? Talked about it all the time. You want to become a sexual Tyrannosaurus. You want to power your way. You want to body your way through date night. You want to, hustle and bustle. You want to patch the Frenchman on the Trois Riviera men in the East Coast and the Cheeser. This is the way to do it. You get the Lawnmower 4 from the folks at Manscaped. Amazing company, money back guarantee. It does everything for you. You need your chest hair taken care of, your gooch hairs. Those are sometimes tough to get into. Your balls hair.
100.
Here's another one for you too. I love using it as a beard trimmer to kind of taper my beard. As you can see, I got rid of my mustache because it was getting itchy, and I got the little number 1 on the chin, and I got a number 0 right down to the wood on the rest of my skin, and it's because of this. So Manscaped makes it possible. The best a man can get. Pache, you want to tell a quick little story about how the lawnmower has changed your life, both on and off the ice?
Yeah.
Once upon a time?
Actually, well, recently, I don't know. I became a pro, so I wanted to, maybe look a little more grizzled, look a little older, and I let my chest hair flow.
Seasoned.
And my beard a little bit. And I started looking in the mirror, like I got down to Jacksonville. And I was looking in the mirror at the hotel, and hotel lighting makes everything more prominent. And I'm looking in the mirror, and I just see all this gross chest hair flowing out on my stomach, my shoulders, and I'm like, I've become a product of Jacksonville, Florida, which is not the best area. And I just looked greasy, like I hadn't showered in days. I looked fat. I was looking in the mirror, and I'm like, my stomach's covered with hair. Where are my abs?
Yeah.
I'm like dad bod Zac Efron. Everyone's just calling him fat, even though maybe he's not under all that. Maybe all he needed was a Manscaped lawnmower. So I made the decision mid-road trip to pull out the Manscaped lawnmower and just shave it off. And all of a sudden, I'm looking in the mirror, I'm feeling like me again. I got some abs. I'm doing crunches. I feel loose. I'm doing the McGregor flow. It's crazy how much mentally you just feel better and more fit after shaving your chest hair and stomach hair. If you have some, it takes off that layer, and you look good. You look great. Don't become one of Jacksonville's finest.
Yes, our boy Fred Durst is from Jacksonville, Florida, and that's okay because you can go to manscaped.com. Use the promo code BIZKIT, BIZKIT. You're going to get 20% off, free shipping. Pat will actually go from Jacksonville to the San Diego factory and ship it for you because he is in the country. I am not. We'll make it happen for you. Thanks to Manscaped. Thanks for our awesome sponsors for keeping the podcast afloat, keeping us going. Anyway, we have a viewer Q&A, like we mentioned. Some amazing questions a lot of people submitted to ask Ilya. There's a lot of space ones. I'm glad we got the whole space thing out of the way early on. By the way, I'm fascinated about space. Maybe we'll have to get you on again just to do like a space edition of the podcast. But how do you feel about the viewer Q&A? Ready for
for
some
Oh,
viewer
serious
Q&A
I
questions?
love it. I love it. You know, like I start feeling myself so important. You know, it's like I feel like I'm a president, and people send me questions to answer. You know, answer their needs.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, shall we get started? Are you ready to go?
Yeah. What
Let's
can
do
I
it.
do for you?
I feel like I just called like the Amazon helpline. Hello, 1-800 Ilya speaking. Can I transfer you to a different department? That was one of your lines, right? In HBO, right?
Right. No, what? I
No,
don't know.
like one of your famous lines in the HBO 24/7 was, hello 1-800. Let me transfer you to a different department, and what's
Ah,
that?
maybe I don't even remember. You know, like because I don't. I hate watch myself on TV. You
Yeah.
know, it's just like it's one of the things. Like for example, I don't like. I don't like how I look. You know, like how I talk. Like I don't like anything.
If I could, real quick before we begin the Q&A, and maybe I'm sure Pat and I, can relate to this, but do you not
But
like it
microphone
because
again.
No.
no,
The
you're
mic is
good, you're
good.
good.
Mic
No,
is good.
no, like when people are filming you, like the HBO stuff or like the NHL or whatnot, like do you feel that you're not a fan of it because they paint you in a way or make you seem a certain way that like you're not a fan of? Like you would rather, like you want to show the audience how you really are. Like you don't want somebody else depicting who you are. You want to showcase that yourself.
This is exactly what I want. I want to be myself. I don't. They asked me about my interests. I said like, oh, okay. I like the universe. I like the study universe. You know, like, and I don't think so. I should be shameful of this. You know,
No, yeah.
and to understand how the deep science. You know, like how's like I would say like smartest people in our world working on solution and understanding how's everything world. It's laughable, you know.
Hmm.
It's it's so much like it's very it's so interesting. Like it's so much interesting, you know. Like instead of talk about like okay, I don't want to say anything, but if you like the fishing, okay, like you like the fishing, I'm pretty sure you can find some stories or some examples out of your fishing, for example, life, when you can tell the people in a and paint the pictures in a color, very colorful. You know, like it's all different. People have a different interest, but and mine was like interest kind of was like out of, I guess, too much for them to handle it. I guess. He's like, damn, he's totally different. He doesn't like golf, but he likes
Yeah.
universe, you know. I mean, he's not a hockey player.
Yeah.
Do you think that
Some label on me, it's it. Go on.
Right.
no, this is kind of, and I think Pat would definitely agree with this. Do you feel like they, like your interest in the universe, whatnot, like this is something like you and I share and Pat shares, like we all enjoy the universe, but do you feel like they singled you out and like kind of focused on that because just hockey personalities, like the hockey culture in general, just like it doesn't allow for people to be exciting and everybody's giving you the boring answers like, oh, I like golf, I like this, like that. We try to get pucks in deep. We're trying to outwork the other team, 2 points, regroup, like all that normal BS. And then when you come out and say, I like the universe, there's bigger problems in the world than on Earth. Like it's so different, and they take that and they run with it. Like the mainstream media is like, let's take it and let's try to get it as far as we can because we're gonna paint this guy to pay our bills, basically.
This is exactly because like you gotta understand, not like all people can think big. They can live not today. They can live tomorrow. Like it's only probably 1-2% on the planet Earth who can think. You know what I mean? Not, for example, suck the information only from the media, and just repeat it. Yes, you can get this information, but if you possess some knowledge, education, you can start break down this. Say like, hold on, this doesn't make any sense. Hold on, this doesn't work. For example, some certain things. oh, this is totally off, and you start to understand lots of things about lots of things in your life differently.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's just in general, but most of that's the problem. This is the problem of the world. This is only 2%. This is the only 2% who people who can gather the information. It could be like analytics for the big companies, or you can be on your own, just with a curious mind.
So what you're saying, to kind of boil it back a little bit, is that like people just see information pop up on CBC or CNN and they say, okay, that's the holy gospel, take it at face value, as opposed to actually asking like, this, I don't know if this makes sense. I'm going to do a little bit of digging into it for myself. I want to try to find the facts myself because this seems a little bit off. It's kind of what you're saying?
Yes, this is exactly what I'm saying, yes.
I couldn't agree more. Like, I feel like Pat and I...
Well, we said we're not going to talk about politics, but for example, this is the good example, right? You remember the presidential election, there was a debates, like, and other stuff like that. For example, and Biden said like, okay, I gonna shut down the
COVID?
offshore drilling. I gonna shut down the fracking, and he closed the pipeline from Canada to the United States, right? And after that, he's like surprised, like, God damn it, why is the gas so high?
Yeah.
I think you're the first person that's actually put two and two together on that and actually, like, I feel like nobody can understand that.
Yeah, and most of the people, they start thinking like, well, yes, because they already forgot. This is all things happen because there's so much information they throw at them. They forget it, like what even happened yesterday. And they say like, why is price so high? And this Saudi Arabians, like in Russian, they're so bad they doesn't want to sell more. Dude, you just shut down the half of like probably industry of the United States with the gas and oil, and now you're surprised why is the fucking price skyrocketing? This is just a simple example.
No, for sure. People don't really like take a second to like think about why something is or how it happened. They just see something, they don't even care to look up how or why. They just roll with like what they see in front of them. It's obviously like a pretty big problem with
I can take you so many examples like that. Yeah. I can not take can give you so many examples like that. When you just start thinking a little bit, like analyze information and like follow these conclusions, and you say like, damn.
Yeah.
But again, this is only like for the 2%.
For sure. It's funny. Go on, carry on.
No, I'm fine.
You good?
Yeah, I already forgot what I want to say.
I was just gonna say how like back to like the hockey media, kind of how it's so narrow-minded of how like say like you did something different and you became so popular because like you said something about the universe, and it's like the way hockey media is, or just like hockey or people in general, they kind of label you. So it's like if you're a hockey player and you, God forbid, say something about the universe, it's like whoa, like what are you doing? No, talk about hockey. It's like a weird label they put on you. And at Trav too, like we've kind of talked about how that's kind of like an issue. Like we kind of wish that, I don't know, like hockey would kind of allow for more like personality, or just like
this is that. Yeah, I'm understanding what you're saying. This is the, again, this is where is this how to say, communism, socialism. We want everybody gonna be the same.
Yeah.
No, we don't need the colorful people. No, we don't need the colorful guys. We want to be everybody same, boring.
Yeah, and it's boring. That's a good word.
It's not only NHL.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's just general how life was built.
For sure.
Do you think like do you see like the show? What's that show name? Like Office?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is like it's pretty much every office watch and said like, oh, same thing, and we have in our office, yeah, same thing. It's a little bit maybe different, with the different, but everything's everybody because this is the just the people, it's they so similar, with their behavior, the way they behave,
Yeah.
the decisions they made, like everything, like.
Yeah, it's why like you see like a good comedian is just good at observing how simple people are, and they make fun of the way like everyone is the same in a sense. And it is kind of wild how there's everyone just programmed and they're afraid to like kind of differ. Yeah, step
Yeah,
out.
step
It's
out
weird.
of the line because it's punishable.
Yes.
You
Definitely.
know, the how this is the herd of the sheep, for example, right?
Yeah.
Herd of the sheep, and they packed all together, like side by side, like they just walking, they eat that grass, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's just it's impossible to get away, like it's
Yeah.
only one sheep who can who can get out, like this is it, this is the sheep you need to left for the breeding, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's going to be evolved to another level. But for the man, what's the name of the man who was take care of the sheep, like shepherd, right? Shepherd, right?
I think
Um,
so.
I think because shepherd's pie. The shepherd made
Yeah.
shepherd's pie out of sheep. Yeah,
I
okay,
believe
that
so.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
Shepherd, but shepherd doesn't want that. Can you
Yeah.
imagine he have like 100 sheep like that, who gonna think in their own way?
Yeah, no, you
It's
can't
tough
have
to
that.
Oh, he's in
control,
trouble.
man. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
no,
It's tough to
exactly.
make
control.
an honest living if the sheep start thinking for
This is
themselves.
exactly that's why he like these ships. You know what I mean? This is same thing as a
Yeah.
government, any boss, or any CEO. They want exactly the same. They want to, okay, 1% of people who can think and 90% of the ships, who just gonna be willing to do what we told. Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong.
I'm amazed. And speaking of you talking about like the 90% versus the 2%, like everybody's all excited about the Olympics and the NHL returning to the Olympics, and Team Canada, Team USA, Team Russia, blah blah blah. I'm amazed nobody's talking about just so we're gonna send our best athletes in the world to a country in China where athletes disappear, people that don't have a good social credit system.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Again, this is the information you take it from the same news, so same
Yeah,
companies we just criticize. Whatever, it's going to be CNN, NBC, whatever.
yeah.
Fox News, it's the same information. It's amazing because, like, I have something to compare when I just came here and I just talked to the parents of other kids, I said like, "Oh my God, how you grew up in Soviet Union and in early Russia? It's probably," and they tell me the things. I said like, "Who even told you that?" He's like, "That was we was been told on TV. That is, you can't imagine how much they lie." I said there was nothing even close in Soviet Union, like you talk about. Maybe when it was like I don't know, probably after the revolution, they said like they keep you at home all the time. You're not allowed to kids go outside. I said like, dude, when I was in the Soviet Union, I can be like outside till 11 p.m. and my parents was not afraid because there is no crime in Soviet Union. They're not worried right now. Would you let your child, like, I don't know, if it's like 5 years old, 7 years old, stay outside till 11, not close at home? Of course not. It's crazy
Yeah.
world. I said like, oh, I didn't know that. I said, yes, we don't have the huge choice of food or clothes like guys you have it here right now. Like in Soviet Union. But there was on the streets was safe. When I went to the hockey school and when I became a hockey player, I received the free equipment from the hockey school. It was it's a bad quality, but still it was for free. I didn't pay a penny. Same thing. I didn't pay for ice for the education. for anything. She's like, no, like, and he couldn't believe it. He tried to how do I say that? Убедить, Владик, как сказать? How to say that? Yeah, he tried to convince me I was wrong. I said, like, dude, what are you talking about?
Whoa, hold on. So he's trying to convince you that you're wrong while you're telling him about your childhood. He's like, no, that's not how your childhood was. Let me tell you how it was.
Yeah, because he was convinced by U.S. propaganda that the way we live, like all the time, they tell him, like, okay, this is how they live. That's what's going on in this country. And same thing, like right now they talk about the China, like, yeah, how they eat the people, like eat the small kids on the breakfast, Guys, they just divided everything on 2, sometimes maybe in a 3 and 4.
I just can't get over thinking of like there's some parent like in the lobby at the hockey rink trying to tell you how your childhood was. And you're like, no, I lived it. No, I know how your childhood was. I listened to the news, but I lived it. I lived it. No, but you're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Now after that, he realized, like, yes, well, obviously, he's like, but.
Okay, maybe you might be onto something, but I still think I'm right. I think you're wrong.
Yes, it's amazing. That's why, like, it's like
people.
Team USA going there, they're gonna compete. Nothing. They have like a very strict for the absolutely everyone out there on the COVID control. If you got a COVID, they lock you down. But it's not only for the athletes, but it's for like every citizen. That's how they take that matter serious. Yeah. And they're not doing any exceptions. Like, okay, because you have no symptoms, you have COVID, but you're from US, like, go and compete.
What do you say we finish with the Q&A? I know I said we were going to do the Q&A like 45 minutes ago, but we had an amazing conversation. What do you say? You want to do some questions to finish off? Hopefully we can get them out in rapid fire.
Let's the people talk. Yeah. Give them a voice. Give them freedom again, guys.
Yes.
Now, I apologize in advance. This podcast might go 4 hours. Yeah. I know. By the way, Ilya, we have never gone. Well, in about the last 6 months.
Out of the time, guys. I'm heading home right now. Like.
Yeah, we got to make it quick. Okay.
Let's bang
go
some
here.
Questions out.
Funniest story possible from playing in the NHL. What's your best story from the National League?
It was boring. There is enough. No, not really. I can't really tell you, but I have from the childhood couple stories. But it was like, it was funny.
Okay. Here's another good one. AJ wants me to ask you, what's your favorite place to eat at in Philadelphia?
In Philadelphia, there is a couple. Actually, there is a good restaurants in Philadelphia. You can't pick the one and say, like, this is my favorite one. Obviously, there was like a good Del Frisco, Ocean Prime. There was I don't remember the place name, but there was a nice French cuisine restaurant. Like there was like nice Italian places. Actually, Philadelphia have a really, really good selections of the restaurants. It's very nice. People, I would say, who wants to visit Philadelphia, they gonna find a good cuisine in downtown.
Okay. And if I told you Pat Shea's coming into Philadelphia for one night and one night only, he's going to dinner with you, what are you guys going to order?
Again, it's up what he wants. He wants the steak, or he wants the escargot, or he wants the foie gras. Depends what he wants. Or he wants to just having a good pasta.
Where's a good chicken parm? We want a good chicken parm. Where are we heading?
No, we're talking about the good food.
Yeah.
Not chicken farm.
All right. There you have it.
Like, dude, the food, you can't just have like a sandwich with the chicken parm. It's gross.
There's a bunch of Italian grandmothers listening to this podcast, just like punching the screen.
Pissed. Yeah,
they're listening to the car stereo, and they just got into a head-on accident.
Chicken parm is gross. like not maybe somebody can do outstanding homemade, but usually in restaurants you give you like bun inside the chicken with the marinara sauce and melted cheese and the deep fried chicken with the whatever with the crust. Really?
Uh, uh,
Not a fan of chicken parm. Take note.
Okay, tell us how you feel. Okay, our boy Steve wants to know: are you still afraid of the bear in the woods?
Not anymore.
Oh,
I'm not living in the woods anymore.
what changed for you?
I moved.
Just avoided it.
Yeah, exactly.
The kids listening at home in your stereo in the headphones, audio version or the video version, you face his fear's head. It faces fear head
Pardon
on.
me?
That's how you do it. Oh, we were saying if you're listening at home on your AirPods and the speaker, maybe you're in the car stereo. Like Ilya Bryzgalov faced his problems head on, and he moved. He got out of the neighborhood. That's how how he got away from the grizzly bear. This is the first real actual question for you all day. What's your favorite mask you had in your career?
That's a good one. That's a good one. It's time to think about my favorite mask. Some mask paid my kids, on the side. It's all of them my favorite. But if it's some by artist, I think it was made by probably Dave Art for Anaheim or for the not Grief, I guess Grief. Bloody, who made my Edmonton mask?
Okay.
Yeah, probably Grief. There's two nice painted masks. I like it. But first, of course, the kid paid my mask. This is like outstanding on the side, like there's a smiley faces, silly faces.
Yeah, I think your headphones are rubbing on your jacket again. I think your headphones are rubbing on your jacket.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes, Ilya. 5 minutes, and we'll call it a day.
Okay.
Okay. Question for you here. Favorite type of tea to this day? I know you're a big Earl Grey kind of guy. Do you still like Earl Grey tea?
Still, yes. Earl Grey. Earl Grey. English breakfast. I like the company. This is another sponsor. Let's get on the list. Tea Forte. This is the nice company who produce the nice, good quality tea, and they have some all kind of African salt.
Okay.
It's good too. It's like
Solstice?
no salt.
Yeah, African solstice.
Whatever. Correct. My son, he's correcting me. Sorry, guys, if it's like offend somebody out there. Like, my English is not that perfect.
What's up, Vlad? How you doing, buddy?
He say hello.
Oh, hey, buddy. Yeah, a little side note on the tea thing. Are you an oat milk guy? I know oat milk's really trendy. It's great here in Sweden. I love oat milk. Any cream, any oat milk, anything in your tea, or just black?
Black. No, I like it. I like the lemon and tea. Yeah,
Okay.
I like that. And sugar, of course, sugar. I don't like tea without sugar.
Okay. And final question of the day for you. I'm a Winnipeg boy. I'm born and raised in Winnipeg. I gotta ask for the final one of the day.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
We feel bad for you here, Trav.
You know
Yeah,
what?
because I saw it. I saw it somewhere online. There was like a sign before you enter the Winnipeg and says like, we was born here. What's your excuse?
That's a good sign.
It's true.
To the Winnipeg, but we was born here. What's your excuse to be here? It's nice.
Man, Winnipeggers got a thing. Like, we're the only people in the world who are allowed to make fun of Winnipeg, but it's all good, brother. It's all good. Anyway.
It's all right,
I mean, it's not the greatest city in the world, but it is home. It is where I lay my hat in the off season, and my woman is there, my dad is there, my mom is there, and you can be there too. Next week on Slangin The Bizkit, when we drop episode 38, Ilya, Again, thank you so much for putting aside some time going on
Oh,
the
no
podcast.
problem. It was in Winnipeg. Oh my God, this is the best city. This is the good city. People, they're amazing. They always give me cheer out there. I love them. Winnipeg. No, be honest, I don't mind. I always had a fun out there to play. It's a great atmosphere. Yeah, full stadium. You're just enjoying. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, you're a beauty. Honest to God, like I thought you were a cool guy before the podcast. After this last, whatever it was 8 hours we talked for, you're an absolute beauty. And thank you so much for taking some time to talk to Pat and I. Pat, you have any final words?
We appreciate you coming on. This is awesome. Probably the top guest we have so far. So this is sweet.
Yeah, this is 1, 2, and 3 for our top episodes. So thank you so much, Ilya.
Hey, no problem, guys. You're welcome.
Awesome. Well, anyway, thank you so much for listening. If you were on the audio version, you're awesome. If you're on the video version, even better. We are on YouTube now, Slangin The Bizkit YouTube channel. Get the whole video version. You can see Ilya as he drives home with his boy Vlad in the car. You can see Pat Shea laugh at the dumb things that I say and the looks on his face. And we will see you next week, Thursday, 8 a.m. Eastern, Slangin The Bizkit, the next episode. Thanks for listening. Awesome. That was great, dude. Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem, guys. I hope it helps you. Okay, guys, have a good time.